Summer reading is killing me. Chapter 5. The end of the last chapter, we got a clue about where the boys Sam, Joe, and Fred need to go to figure out where the book is. Chapter 5. Fred and Sam turned to look where I was pointing. We all stared in amazement at the spider web, because there in the center of the web, neatly woven in block letters, was a message. It said, "The Library." We all went weak in the knees. Things were getting stranger by the minute. "It's Charlotte," whispered Sam. "The librarian?" said Fred. "No, you doofus," said Sam. "The spider. Didn't you ever read Charlotte's Web?" Yeah, sure I did," said Fred. "I must have just missed that Charlotte part." "She's in the whole book," said Sam. "She spins her messages in the web to save the pig." "Right," said Fred. "I knew that." "Of course," I said. "Where else would the book be? The library." "So what are we waiting for?" said Fred. "Let's go to the library, check out the book, and get home to skate." "There's just one small problem," said Sam, adjusting his glasses the way he always does when he knows something we don't know. "We have absolutely no idea where the Hoboken Library is." The three of us sat back down on the bench. "We could waste the whole day looking for the library, but then it might be too late to save Frog and Toad and Peter Rabbit, and who knows who else." I glanced up at Charlotte's Web again. "Yes, we do," I said, because there in the center of the web, neatly woven in block letters, was a message. It said, 500 Park Avenue, 6 blocks west on 5th Street, across from Church Square Park. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Wednesday, Friday, 9 to 5. Saturday, 11 to 2, closed Sundays. We took off west on 5th Street. We passed old houses, an alley, a street lined with delis, bars, and shops. In just a few minutes, we were at the corner of the park. I looked around the deserted streets. "Does something seem weird to you?" "Oh, no," said Sam. "I get sucked into a book and walk around inside it every day." "Of course this seems weird." "No, I mean, how come there are no people walking around?" "Oh, yeah," said Fred. "It's like that Twilight Zone episode where the guy can stop and start time with his watch, but he breaks the watch while everyone is frozen, and he's the only one left, and he goes crazy and starts screaming and crying and—" "Thanks for the cheerful little story," said Sam, "but I think we're not in the real Hoboken. We're in the Hoboken from the book. Only characters from the book are here. So..." Just then we heard a wild yelling and the sound of stomping footsteps behind us. Fred, Sam, and I ran into the park and dove behind a statue with a big base. 2 large gray hippos ran down the street on their hind legs. One wore a striped red dress and a flower behind her ear. The other had 1 gold tooth. "Hold the course or I'll heel the both of ye," growled a strangely dressed guy. He hopped along on 1 leg and a crutch. A parrot perched on his shoulder. He fired a shot from a huge pistol over the hippos' heads. "Pieces at 8, pieces at 8, squawked the parrot. The 1-legged pirate chased the hippos up the steps between the 2 big columns of an old brick building. Then everything went quiet again. We sat down behind the statue and looked at each other. We've seen some strange things in our time warp travels together, but nothing as strange as this. Sam wiped his glasses with his shirt. "George and Martha?" "Chased by Long John Silver?" said Fred. I peeked around the statue to take another look and saw a stranger sight times 10. I saw Homer Price being carried by the Headless Horseman. Dracula was dragging Winnie the Pooh in a headlock. Mr. Twit was breaking Harold's purple crayon. I saw 20 different bad guys from 20 different books chasing, hauling, and pushing all kinds of characters up the steps of the big old brick building. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any stranger, I saw the sight that froze my blood. "What is it?" said Sam. "You look like you've seen a ghost. Is it Frankenstein? Moby Dick? How bad could it be?" "The Babysitters Club." I could only motion weakly and point to the big brick building. Sam looked around the statue and collapsed next to me. "No." This is what he saw, or this is who he saw. Fred looked at the 2 of us. What is it?" Sam and I pointed. Fred looked out and read the sign on the big brick building. The building every bad character from the summer reading list was heading into. Fred read the sign out loud. Hoboken Public Library. Then he collapsed.